What is going on, everybody? Welcome to XPlane 11. It's Boston Plane Guy here, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever XPlane video. Today we are going to be flying the Delta 737 down to Fort Myers out of Logan International Airport. Setting up the FMC here. I'm kind of just going to give you a rundown of what's going on. It's this is my first XPlane video. Like I said, I am an absolute rookie in this airplane. So basically you're going to be seeing a lot of mistakes here. And I want you to let me know what those mistakes are in a nice way in the comments. Don't be mean, please. Anyways, so yeah, setting up the FMC here, getting everything ready, making up a flight number. This is not a real flight number, and if it is, it's not for this route at all. So here I'm setting up my departure here out of 22 left, I believe. Yep, gonna do the SOX 4. There we go. And then arrival, gonna do 24. Runway 24 with no transition because I'm an idiot and like I said, total rookie, so you'll see once we get there. The final is kind of messed up, but whatever. Oh, we do a transition. You know what? I don't know. You know what? Like I said, I'm a rookie. Let me know. Just give me pointers down in the comments if you have any idea. If I'm, you know what, I might be helpless, who knows. So flight level 370, which might not be right, I don't know. I'm sorry. So FMC is just about ready here. Get rid of the discontinued disco. I'm just gonna call it disco. Discontinuity. You know what, it's just gonna be one of those videos. It is just going to be one of those videos. This is a voiceover, by the way, because I don't know how to record my voice while recording the application audio, so you're getting a voiceover. And an awkward one at that. So here I'm just lighting up the cockpit so I can get the autopilot ready to get out of here. So here I am setting up the altitude to 18,000, and it's going to take a while because this knob is very slow, and XPlane definitely needs to fix this because, well, as you're witnessing firsthand, it takes a while to get up. So I'm going to, 18,000 just to start, and then obviously I bring it up for our cruise. And then I'm going to hop over to vertical speed, and I'm going to set it at 2500, which I don't know if that's right or not. And then I even bring it up to 3000 later in the climb, so just, you know what, let me know what it should be at. I know it depends on, airports and different runways, whatever, so, you know what. As my XPlane videos go on, I'm gonna aim to get, more legit with it, so just be patient with me here, guys, and, you know what, enjoy the ride. Just come along with me and, watch my progress. Pretty much. So, turn on auto throttle. Oh my god. Auto throttles, LNAV, all that good stuff, and here I flip on the seatbelt light. Any second now. Come on. There we go. And let's lower the flaps down here. And then, as you can see, I take the flight controls, but we're not ready to take off here yet. No way. We gotta arm the speed brake in case we have to abort our takeoff here, and then we're gonna dim the lights so we can get a nice view of the cockpit here. And now I'm just about ready to take the flight controls here with my mouse. I am flying with a mouse, and you know what, it makes it difficult, makes things difficult for me, but don't worry, Oh, here we go. Just zooming in there for no reason. Not my fault. Just the game has trouble with my mouse. So like I said, yeah, I'm flying with a mouse. And I do plan on getting a yoke soon. And here we go. Starting our takeoff roll here. We have a takeoff config light. I don't know why, so I ignore it. If you know why, let me know, because like I said, I do want to get to be as legit as I can here. So we're starting our roll here, just past 80 knots. And we are gonna rotate at 140. Got a pretty heavy plane today, carrying a lot of fuel. Alright, takes her a second to get up there. Gear is gonna come up here in a second. And actually, look at my vertical speed here. It it just goes up to 5,000 because I'm not paying attention. I dipped the nose back down, but I mean, come on. And I start my turn here very late, but autopilot will correct that for me. You know what? Slow and steady progression here, and I will become as legit as I can. And so gotta fix my vertical speed, bring it back down to 2,500. Autopilot is engaged as we make our way over Boston Harbor here. Gotta love it, man. I hope one day that this will be my office. To be, you know what, it's not likely, but I would love it. I'm going for my private pilot's license. For those of you who are interested, there will be videos of that coming up on the channel this summer, so get excited for that. And hopefully take the flight controls by accident. Struggles of flying with a mouse here. But yeah, like I said, look forward to that this summer, and hopefully I can fly a Cessna better than I can fly a Boeing 737, which should be the case, realistically. So autopilot is getting us back on course here. Just about to go over Hull, Massachusetts. I assume most of my subscribers at this point are from the area because of my previous videos. So if you know the area, there you go. Find your house. Or not. Yeah. Oh my god, pretty awkward. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're just going to carry on. I'm going to engage auto throttles here, bring the speed down to 300. Pretty sure speed limit's 250 under 10,000 feet, but whatever. So now I'm just going to, I'm going to step back here. I bring the vertical speed to 3,000. I'm just going to step back, let you guys enjoy this takeoff here. And I'll come back to be more awkward at cruise altitude. Alright guys, I am back and here we are at 37,000 feet, making our way down to Florida. Yeah, so we're just sitting up here at cruise altitude. Everything is going well so far. Looking dark out there, some traffic as well. You know what, we're probably over the ocean right now. Not positive, but yeah, not a lot happening out there. Get a look at the plane. We are flying dark, and that's probably the East Coast over there. So, you know, we're just hugging the East Coast, making our way down to Florida here. And we're having fun. Having fun. Alright, and here I am again here back in the cockpit, and as you can see, a lot of time has passed. We're now down to 2,400 feet, just about to begin our final descent here into Fort Myers. There it is, beautiful Fort Myers, looking nice and lit up. This is default scenery. I don't have any scenery, and that's what we look like from the ground here. As if we were plane spotting. My passion. Alright. Yeah, so I'm sorry I kind of cut out pole descent because it's just long and boring. And the video is already 31 minutes long. It looks like it's going to be, so I didn't want to make it any longer than that. But yeah, so here we are. Just, you know what, bringing it down here to, what are we bringing it down to, 2,000? Yep. Coming down to 2,000, turn on vertical speed, get a little bit lower here. As you can see, we got just about 2 minutes to get down to 2,000, so taking my time, keeping my speed down. I start my descent pretty early in general, that way I don't have to bring my vertical speed down too much, because then you just gain a lot of speed. And that's always a problem that I have on my landings. This, I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. Not a pretty landing. But, you know what? It's a safe one, so you'll see. Here we come. Nice and zoomed into our flaps here. And I'm going to light up the panel here just a little bit so I can see where I'm at. I think now I'm just trying to figure out the flaps. Figure out what's going on here. That nice grid pattern, Florida. Gotta love it. You don't see that up here in Massachusetts or really in any of the surrounding states, but a lot of states down south I feel like have that like high density grid pattern set up. But here we are, we're coming down here, about to make our turn onto final. Where's our airport? I think I was just looking for it there. Oh well, we're trusting the autopilot right now. Here we are back on the ground, and there's the windsock. Looks like a one-eyed elephant. Here we are, our gear is down as we turn onto final. Speed's looking pretty good, 200. I'm gonna want to bring that down a little bit, but airport should be coming into sight. Gonna bring our altitude down to, what are we down here? 1,500? Yep, going down to 1,500 now. We have 1.6 minutes to get there, just about 5 nautical miles to get there, so I'll go down pretty fast. That way we can level off once we get down there, but our speed is still looking, you know, where it should be. At least in my eyes. I think I'm a pretty, I think my airspeed is on the lower side for most aircraft. I feel like when, you know, they tend to bring it up a little bit more, but I also don't know how to operate. And there's the zoom again. Okay. But yeah, I don't know how to work the reverse thrusters. Reversers. Anyways, yeah, so I like to come in nice and slow here. So we got the field in sight. We are on runway heading now. Just gonna let the plane bring itself down a little bit here before I take control, and I'm gonna arm the speed brake now. Bring our speed down even more here. I guess to 175. And now we are gonna darken up the cockpit here for our final descent, and I throw off the autopilot here, take flight controls, here we come, and alright, so let's start critiquing my takeoff here now. So from the time I take flight controls to almost the time that we cross over the field, I lose almost no altitude, so I, for some reason, just keep the plane level here, and I rock back and forth trying to line up with the runway. Again, it's the YouTube nerves, man. I knew I was on camera, and the pressure just got to me, you know? But, you know what? Spoiler alert, I don't have to do a go-around, and that's all that matters, right? Passengers are on the ground in time. Actually, online it says this flight should be about 3.5 hours, and for me it was about 2.5, so who knows what I did wrong there, or what the airlines are doing wrong. But here we come. So now I'm, dipping the nose down because I realize how high I am. Luckily, this neighborhood right in front of the field is nice and dark for us, so you can see the airport nice and clear. And I'm way left here. Gonna bring that over. Oh, and wait till you see this landing, man. I put this baby down right on the center line. Give or take a few yards. 1,000. Bringing it down now, and something very scary happened. So this is a 2.5 hour flight, right? And right before we put our gear down, I almost strike a cell phone tower or something, and I don't know if it's there in real life or what it is, but I almost crashed, and it was almost 2.5 hours down the drain, and you're about to see that in a second here. I guess I should have just looked at my charts better, huh? And I'm now just realizing if I just kept our heading on 2-4, then I would have just been lined up with the runway because it's runway 24. I'm just realizing that now, instead of just trying to visually gauge it. Well, you know what? Now I know for my next flight. And here I am on 2-4, so my heading's at 2-4 now. And here it comes. Look, there's the red light. I should have seen it. I didn't see it till last second. I barely missed it, man. I almost ended my flight. Look already, here it comes, and I'm like, what? It just comes out of nowhere, so I pull the nose up. And here we come, right over the runway, coming in high. I'm dive bombing it right now. Right on that center line. Look at that center line. And I put this thing down pretty flat. Not bad. Almost no flare. And you don't really want to flare the 737 that much. I do know that. But there was pretty much no flare on that landing, as you'll see in the replay. And I am just... Here we go. There's the center line. So now I'm just cruising down the runway here. No reversers. All I pretty much have is my speed brake and no throttle. And that's not enough here, so I do throw on the parking brake. Like I said, pretty legit here at Boston Plane Guy YouTube channel. Yeah, so cruising, I used up the whole runway. You know what, it's looking like I'm flying a 747. No. Taking up as much runway as one, but just a 737 here. And now I'm gonna exit left here. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fort Myers. The captain has not turned off the seatbelt light, so please remain seated until we come to a complete stop at the gate. That's right, I'm a pilot and a flight attendant. Alright. So I try and be slick and work my lights while the plane is moving. Wait till you see what happens. Yeah. Almost just went off-roading here, so bring the plane back on course. I think I'm gonna stop it here, right? Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Turn off my landing lights. Get my strobe ready. My wheel well light. Everything looks good. It looks dark, but make sure everything's all set, and it is. So we're going to continue our taxi down here to the airport. Oh, and just wait. Just wait till we go to the gates. Perfect ending for a perfect flight. And there's the takeoff config light again. Oh, and it should shut off. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're still rolling full flaps right now. Yeah, we are. And I don't think I fix that until we get to the gate, so. And there goes the center line veering off course here, so. Pop back into the cockpit here, bring us on course. Cruising down this taxiway. And here comes my right turn. Slamming on the brakes. There we go. Coming to a complete stop. What are you doing here? Alright, here we go. Just a little brake check. Make sure everyone's still wearing their seatbelts. You know how it goes. But yeah, overall, pretty good flight. Here in the real world, while we were flying, I managed to get some laundry done, took a shower. But yeah, I know that's not legit. I know real pilots, are still sitting there scanning. I mean, I was checking on the plane, but yeah, it was a good flight, fun. I definitely cannot wait to do another one. Keep your eyes peeled. Make sure to subscribe for more XPlane videos, plane spawning videos, all the above. So here we come into our gate here, but you know what? Little did I know, there are no gates here. For some reason the airport was full, so I just find this nice grass spot, and I'm just gonna park her right here. Right in the grass. There's the perfect ending to the perfect flight. Look, you got all those Airbuses right there. Why can't we have one to fly, huh? Alright guys, so yeah, thank you for flying along with me here. Definitely enjoyed having you on board with me. Like I said, please subscribe if you're looking for more XPlane videos. They are soon to come. Just shutting off all our lights here, shutting down the plane, and we are gonna get a replay of that amazing professional landing.